Morning, friends. Revolver 44 here. Today I have a beautiful rifle to show you. This is a Marlin Model 336, chambered in 30-30. This is a very nice rifle I purchased in 1985. I bought this originally to go hunting with, but I never did. All I ever did with it was I shot a couple of pests that I had in my yard that were bothering my dogs, so I couldn't let my dogs out of into the yard because I had a skunk pest that kept coming back, and a raccoon that was a real pest. So I alleviated the problem, and that's the only rounds that I have put through this gun since 1985. It's also sentimental to me because I bought this to hand down to my son, who was born in 1985. I figured this would be a nice way for him to remember me when I'm gone. So that's kind of the story of this gun. Like I said, it's a Marlin 336 CS. It's chambered in 30-30 Winchester. It's a JM stamped gun, which means that's the owner of the company's name, John Marlin. Like I said, it was made in 1985. This is a lever action gun with a weight of 7 to 8 pounds, depending on the barrel length, with overall length of 38.5 to 42.5, depending on the barrel length. It has a tubular magazine, capacity of 6+1. That's in the 20-inch barrel. The gun was designed in 1948. It was made by Marlin until 2010. Then Remington took over production until 2020. And now Ruger is making these beautiful rifles. And from what I've heard, the quality is way up from when Marlin was doing it. Yeah, this gun is chambered in 30-30. I'll show you the round that this thing shoots. Here it is, 30-30. You notice that it has a flat tip. Well, that's for safety reasons, because when you have these bullets chambered in the tubular magazine, they're back to back on each other, and if they had a pointed tip, it would, from the recoil, it could possibly set off the round inside of the gun, because it would rest up against the primer. So that's why they make it with a flat tip. They also have them now with rubber tips that they say are safe to use in that situation. But that's the 30-30 round. What else can I tell you about this? Let's look at it close up. Yeah, it's got a beautiful walnut stock, American walnut stock. Has a Marlin etched butt pad. I think that might be polymer, I'm not sure. It has a beautiful white, stylish strip going down here on the butt pad and on the trigger guard. Not the trigger guard, but the pistol grip. The stylish white line. Has a nice black tip to the trigger guard. Not trigger guard. Why I keep saying trigger guard? I must have trigger guard on my mind. The pistol grip. Yeah, this gun here, it's in brand new condition. It's really, really beautiful. It has less than 20 rounds through it, actually. So it doesn't even have a whole box of ammunition through it. You can see that. It has the hooded front sight with a white tip. You see that? White tip. Yeah, the bluing is perfect. Everything on this gun is perfect condition. It has the semi-buckhorn sight. It's drilled and tapped for a scope. They come that way. It has nice serrations on the hammer. Has a cross bolt safety. They made different ones, some with and some without the cross bolt safety. And the serial number is written on the top of the tang here. It's got a beautiful walnut stock. Very nice. The bluing is, like I said, the gun's in perfect condition. It's just like brand new. This gun was kind of in competition with the Winchester 94 since they started making it. The Winchester 94 is, and this Marlin 3030, you've probably taken more deer than any other rifle since their inception. Yeah, I see. I still have the original box for this gun too. This is the original Marlin box that it came in with the label. Model 336 CS 3030, 6-shot tubular magazine, hammer block safety, American walnut with the serial number. Yeah, this is a gun that was in competition with the Winchester since they started making them. I can't say which one I prefer better. They're both fantastic shooters. It's kind of personal preference, I would say. Which one you prefer more? I have an example to show you of the Winchester. This is one that I purchased from the original owner back in 1985. This one here is chambered in 32 special, which is very similar to the 3030 round. Like I said, the gun is pretty similar. The main difference is how the gun ejects spent casings. See, the Marlin, they come out here on the side. With the Winchester, it's a top ejection. They eject out the top here, which makes it more difficult for putting a scope on the rifle. But some people prefer it that way. If they hunt a fairly close range, say within 100 yards, you can get away with this without any problem not having a scope. But if you want to extend out to 100, 150 yards, you might want to go with the Marlin, where you can put a scope on it very easily, get mounts right on the top. Yeah, that's, like I said, it's pretty much personal preference. Other than that, the Winchester is probably a little bit lighter overall. Other than that, they're pretty similar. Then the Winchester, you can get 30-30 also. This is 32 special, but you can also get 30-30. There are several chamberings for both of these rifles through the years. You can get pretty much whatever you want. But we can check the trigger pull weight on this, compare them. This is my boy Vinny, who likes to come up here and help me out with my videos. Hi, Vin. He also likes the trigger gauge. Let's get a reading on this one. Okay, on the Marlin, we got 2 pounds, 9.4 ounces. That's very nice. Check the Winchester now. £4 pounds, 11 ounces on the Winchester. But they're both very good. Yeah, like I said, the weight, I believe the weight on the Marlin is a little bit more. You can check that out also. I have a little scale here. Okay, the Winchester weighs 6 pounds, 5 ounces. The Marlin £6, 9 ounces. So there's not that much difference, really. I thought it would be greater than that. Of course, they're both empty too, so it's going to weigh more once you put rounds in them, naturally. But these are two excellent choices if you want a lever action rifle. Like I said, this one here, 1985, it was made in 1985. This Winchester was made in 1940, so this is a very desirable one. The pre-64s are highly desirable. But other than the way that it ejects the rounds, they're very similar. They both have the hooded front sight with the white dot underneath. They're both 20-inch barrels. Even the rounds that they fire, the 32 special that this fires, is almost exactly like this. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I can tell you about it, I think. Like I said, this is American walnut stock, beautiful wood. The Winchester is the same, I believe. I have a previous review on this Winchester in my library. You can check that out. The range for this Marlin rifle here they said it's 100 to 300 yards, but I think it's more like 150, maybe to 200 tops, before you get a serious drop. So I think that's about as far as I would use it for. If you want to go further than that, I would think you'd probably want to get yourself a bolt action rifle, maybe a Winchester Model 70 chambered in 308 or 6.5 Creedmoor or something like that, maybe 30-06. If you want to go further out than that. I can't imagine shooting anything that far, especially with my eyes, but once you get older, your eyes get kind of out of whack. But with a scope, you can get out pretty good. I know when I sighted in my Model 70, I was able to do much better than I thought I could, even from out to 50 yards with a scope on it. It's like you're right on top of it with a scope. And I was getting beautiful groupings of less than an inch at 50 yards. So I know that somebody with really good eyes and more steady than me would be capable of a lot more than that. But that's kind of all I can tell you about these guns today. It was basically, I'm reviewing the Marlin. But they're both good options if you want a lever action hunting rifle. Vinny, don't play with the guns. You're too young. So that's pretty much all I can tell you about these two today. Thank you for watching. This is Revolver 44. Please like and subscribe. And I'll get something else out to you probably in a couple of weeks. So be safe, have a good day, and God bless. And we'll see you again in a couple of weeks. Want to say goodbye, Vin? Say bye, Vinny? Vin? Say bye. Okay, take care, people.